Okay, so hey everybody, it's Glecko back with yet another video. I tried to record an earlier version of this, but I couldn't remember the characters' names, so I had to go back and relook. Look, I promise you, I watched the entire season. It's just I'm bad with names and remembering. Okay, so this is gonna be my review for World Break Aria for a Holy Swordsman. So basically, in this world, there's these people called saviors. Saviors are people who were who are reincarnated versions of like former heroes and stuff. The main character, Hymora, is the reincarnation of two heroes, a holy swordsman and a dark lord. There are Shirogami who are like who use their power for physical enhancements and stuff and use swords. But then there are Kuroma who are mages. The Hymora is both of them. He's also reincarnated in each of his past lives. He had someone who was very precious to him. As a swordsman, he had his little sister who is, and I forgot her name again, but it's the pink haired girl you see on the picture to the right of him. And as a dark lord, he had Suzune, or Urabasha, I believe that's her name. That's the girl with the purple hair and the staff hair. Anyway, so basically, saviors are recruited to join these like institutes and these schools to train and get stronger so they can fight these things called metaphysicals. We're basically just giant monsters and all that. Like I said, in each of his past lives, both of those girls were taken from him, but they were killed by the same dragon. The same dragon would also show up and attack him later on towards the end of the season. So yeah, it's kind of like it was hunting him throughout all of time, all his like incarnations. So this show is basically just about them, going to school. It doesn't really show their school life. It just shows them here and there doing training and stuff. At one point, a powerful metaphysical, not a fortress class, because I forgot it. Whatever. It's a very powerful metaphysical. It attacks. And this metaphysical was so strong that it would take about 100. It would take about 100 saviors to bring it down. Well, Suzune Urabasha and the pink-haired girl. Sorry, I'm terribly sorry, y'all. I don't remember their name. And while this was a good anime and I enjoyed it, guess I should have started with that. I'm not going back and rewatching this. Like I'll rewatch it, but I'm not going to do it now. I want to make the video. But anyway, they were there by themselves, but they decided to hold it off. But they were absolutely no match for it. Like they didn't do anything. When the situation reached Hymera, he asked his commander, because prior to this, he had got bumped up. He and his friend Suzune were recruited to join this like elite force. He went to the commander of that force and he asked why weren't they doing anything, and the commander told him the situation. Hymera goes anyway. He defeats the creature on his own, and this really set into motion all the events that would happen throughout for the rest of the story. I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of some of the big events. So in this world, like I said, there are saviors who are reincarnated, but there are 6 who are S rank. They're different ranks. There's S, A, there's S, D, all that. I don't remember all the lower ranks. I just remember the S rank. There are 6 warriors who are S rank. They're the strongest they're the top of the top. You become an S rank warrior by defeating a metaphysical that you ordinarily wouldn't stand a chance against, and I believe you have to do it alone. Hymora did that, so he was the S rank savior from British HQ. He goes to kind of scout out Hymora. Initially, he's unimpressed with him, and Suzune, who was his reincarnated wife of the Dark Lord, her family is very I don't know the word for it, but they're basically trying to use her to increase their family standings or whatever. And initially, he wanted to send his daughter off with Hymora. The son of the family wanted to send his sister off with Hymora, but when the S rank got there, he was going to send her over abroad to kind of get into good graces with them. But eventually, Hymora comes up and he saves her because the S rank was getting ready to take her to London, but he shows up. The S rank initially, like I said, he wasn't initially impressed with him when he first met him, but during their battle, the S rank savior recognized Heimer's power, and once Heimer defeated him, he goes back and he recommends Heimer to be a S-rank savior. And this is when he comes into contact with the Russian Terror. For whatever reason, I don't think it wasn't explained in the show. She did not like him and she wanted him dead, so she sent the Black Widow, not from Marvel, of course, but there's this girl who she lures men in, by saying she loves them, then she kills them. She goes there. She tries and she goes to kill Heimer, but he wins her over. Whole trope. Frees her from her dark trains or whatever. Yada yada yada. After seeing what the Russian Terror did to her and the trauma she put her through, Heimer goes to Russia to defeat her. He goes there and he starts taking out all of her subordinates, her commanders, bit by bit, till he battles her. They have a brief little battle. Heimer actually comes out on top and defeats her, firmly cementing himself as an S-class. Though he did that earlier when he defeated a Fortress-class monster with no help, but it was decided that they wouldn't make him an official S-class until he graduated high school. But after he defeats the Russian Terror, it was kind of, out there. But after that, the dragon attacked, so he had to. He lives in Japan, so he had to return to Japan. He battles the dragon, and that's where the anime pretty much ends. Just want to give a brief overview. There's a lot. You should go watch this. This is a good anime. You should really go watch this. But what about this anime? It's very, very pervy. It's like you. I guess you can give it a pass because all these people were adults in their past lives, but they're a lot of sexual innuendos, a lot of super pervy characters, like the vice captain of the striker team. That's the elite force they join. She is constantly, she's just grabbing people's boobs, grabbing men's, under areas, talking about. It's a lot. It's a lot. The main character Heimer has a little harem going on. As you can see, the girl with the long hair, the girl with the brown hair who's in his arms, the silver hair girl and the pink hair girl, they're all all girls who love him. He's got a little harem situation. Okay, overall, this is a good anime. I'll even go back and rewatch it. I could have rewatched it to make just so I can get the names clear. But I remember the story great, as you guys can tell. I'm terrible with names. Always have been, always will be. But I will go back. I'll rewatch it just to, maybe watch Key Moments. I don't know if I'll rewatch the whole series, but there are certain episodes that I really, really like his battle with the Russian Terror, his battle with the dragon was kind of First episode was pretty fun too, but I might want to rewatch his battle with the S-rank savior, the British S-rank savior as well. But listen, I understand some of the perviness and stuff might put people off, but hey, I kind of like it. World Break Aria, really good anime. Oh, I will admit one thing. There is, like I said, you can somewhat give these people a pass because they were adults in their former lives. But there's one character who's like a who's like a really, really little girl. And she's like, I don't think the pervy stuff should include her. This anime actually reminded me of another anime. So I made that video just before making this. So anyway, in that video that I recorded, I said that I don't think that the characters that look like little girls should be involved in any of this. Like, sure, all these are high school students, but we know how anime is. We get it, but I don't know. I just think that when it's like little girls, it should be a no. But overall, really good anime. Really cool power system. They write their the way they do their spells and their magic and all that, and a lot of really interesting characters. If you believe it or not, this might be one of the anime where I actually go and buy the manga. Just with my lack of funds, I'm already planning on buying the Irregular at Magic High School, and I'm already planning on buying Magic and Muscles, as well as I bought some Wisteria Wand and Sword. So kind of gotta be careful on all that. But yeah, it's such a shame we only got about 12 episodes. But hey, I think I saw someone that this show came out in 2015, or it might have been The Rosary and the Vampire. That's the other anime that this reminded me of. But I don't think we get into season 2, unfortunately, because it was supposed to be another season, or they hoped for another season, because the show left off with the British S-rank savior warning the main character about the French S-rank savior. So with the S-rank saviors, like I said, there's 6. There's one from America, one from Britain, one from Japan, one from France, and one from Russia. I think that was all of them. If I forgot one, oh well. And now there's 7, including him. But yeah, World Break Aria, Curse for a Holy Swordsman. Really great, really great anime. Cool powers, nice little, like nice character interactions, nice characters. Just shame we're not getting another one. But anyway, this is Glecko. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh, and that's the Russian Terror, by the way. She's actually one of the prettiest girls in the show. All right, see you.